Hi. I'll give you a little where I am. I'll give you the context, and I'll try and do that quick. The subject matter of the title. Where I am is at the boat. I've been here for a day or two. My uncle's committed to taking on the work, and it's taken the pressure off, because I've and the likelihood that the work is going to be completed in time for me to move on and not be homeless is looking realistic. I mean, given my life, I'll never rule out, something even worse taking place. But no, I know I shouldn't keep that in mind. And it's realistic given the past 6 months, well, 18 months, but of life and society. But things have got a bit scary for me, and I can't rule that out. I can't rule that out, so I'm just balancing that out in terms of life and how to function, and also at the same time managing, what's the word I'm looking for, the crash landing of the past 18 months to something that can allow just some ease to life, allow me to get back into a little bit, and yeah, that's where I'm at. And I'm trying. It seems this whole scenario is allowing the stress, everything to sorry, 1 minute. That's it. Yeah, I was going to say to and hopefully possible to the more spiritual element, because, well, who wants to talk about depression all the time, man? If you can talk about spirituality, throwing different things your way every day that they're taken as very stressful and depressing, but there's a spiritual element to that. So I'm hoping to, by focusing on the spiritual element of my insane, surreal reality, so the title, asking you alongside miracles. So back in, I don't want it to be a long video, so try and make it quicker if I can. It'll probably run into probably be even longer as a result. It's basically saying, look, when I was in my early 20s, when my mind formed, I understood the concept of the power of the mind and how mind affects life. And if nothing more than my astrological chart, which means it's in my benefit to work through the subconscious in this life, if I live astrocartography, basically depending upon when you live in the world, harmonious path to your life. For instance, if I wanted to live my life in love, I'm going to move to northern Brazil. That was the one thing I checked. But living in London, it means I live my life through the subconscious if I want harmony. And nature is basically harmony. Harmony in motion. That should theoretically be the most harmonious response for the least amount of damage to itself, to sustain itself going forward. So it's harmony. All those tsunamis, earthquakes, volcanic eruptions, it's harmony, it's perfection. The most optimum use of the most minimal amount of destruction possible. That's what I mean to say. So working my life through the subconscious, I sort of got that concept and I applied to it. And it was my nature, obviously after I put that, to say no. I'm not gonna concepts, because mental concepts, I can't relate to them. There's I've said it before, I've got this love-hate relationship with the mind. And I don't like living my life on mind. I prefer to live it simplistic. Harmony outside, then we can take on the mind. But where it's so destructive and conflict society, the simplistic approach in my eyes is to go back to nature, simplify things. You know, go and get that, sit, chill, live your life. Okay, society's healed now. Where do we want to go with our minds? What do we want to do? Because we've got our base, we've got our grounding, we've got our survival sorted, we've got our heads clear again. And I've gone my way, you know, and being very I can be quite what's the word? Like, say, right, I'm going in this direction and not a lot can move me. And I remember the teachings from my uncle that it doesn't matter what you eat. What he meant was that we're spiritual beings. If you want to put shit in your body, you can put shit in your body, and with your mind you can cleanse your body, you can cleanse your life. But to a 20-year-old, I think I might have been at the time, it's a concept, isn't it? I was overweight as a youngster. I never had real health, and to tell someone around that everything is mind, it's a little bit like, okay, I can believe you, but I have no real experience of that. How do I implement that? And actually, these past 18 months, again, I've been going against this previous information is important, because if I put something across saying, look at this conspiracy that's taking place in the world, look out people, look at what's taking place. There are a lot of mental concepts that can be applied to that. First of all, this is a problem, this conspiracy, but by me raising awareness of it, I'm giving it energy. That Japanese scientists research with water basically went to prove that you give it energy, it makes it stronger. The best thing to do is just ignore it. Plus, you don't want to give someone who's innocent and pure to life and spirituality a conspiracy to darken and see from my face and mind. See from my face and the words coming out of my mouth with the tone of my voice. It's a dense energy, and you don't want to be living there. And it's not so. And the other idea is, for instance, the Thich Nhat Hanh, the Vietnamese spiritual meditation teacher. He teaches mindfulness. He's based in France. He's got to be holding, a big portion of the light for the planet at the moment. His mindfulness teachings have possibly touched his work. And his message is basically that of be present with life, innit? Meditate, keep it simple, present. And that's his message. And again, I saw it like another mental mindset, really, because it's really helpful to an individual to apply that. And I applied it like the first step on my journey, my spiritual journey that I took. He tried to embed his work, and if you can believe me, I never gave up. His work is still in me, and it's present in the past year. That is mindfulness. I don't know if you can imagine a series of circumstances that get from being mindful and meditating to looking like what it does last year. That's in a roundabout way what's happened with me. But this is where I'm asking you, because his work is like, it can be viewed as more like a treatment. No, there's the cure, and then there's there's a cure, and then there's like, so with medication, forget the drugs and all of that. Yeah, we'll talk. Let's imagine some sort of natural herbal medication, natural remedy. His is a remedy for the individual person. Apply mindfulness meditation to the. It's a healing problem of society that caused the problem, or the world, or our past that's created what biblical wars we fought in the past that have been hidden from us. The Ark of the Covenant being released thousands of years ago. And when you put it in relation to World Wars 1 and 2, God knows what damage we did before that really troubled our psyches as human beings. So I believe the Thich Nhat of this is the world. For some reason, us human beings always seem to look this way. We're always troubled like this. We're always ill like this. And this meditation, this mindfulness, go and do it. And that's not to. It makes sense. But in his message, it's not complete. And this is my point. It's not a cure for our problem as a human being. It's not a cure for our humanness. Remedy, and I don't want to beat down on the Thich Nhat Hanh needed on the planet. It's absolutely needed on the planet right now. So I don't want to get it mixed up that I'm trying to. You're still here. Off that. So I don't want to beat down on beneficial, and it's changed my life. You know, if I didn't find his work, God knows where I would have been. I would have been here in this madness over nothing. But it's taken an additional 15 years to get me here. So you could say his work is a 15 year buffer on an inevitable suffering. But what I was saying is his work is a remedy. It gives you a problem a different way as a human being. It gives us a problem a different way because we take that on, right, I'm going to go and be mindful, I'm going to go and be meditative by myself in nature. Healed. I resemble something that looks more like an optimum human being. But then I turn around and look at the world, and the world's still the world, man. The world is still, well, with the body and mind of that person in nature. Oh, as a collective world. God knows how many forests, a housing estate in that forest where you live, that you find peace. What happens if, you know, like the Red Indians, you got a pipeline that goes across the land that ruins the land. You know, the world, we live on a hair's width of peace, in truth. But then his philosophy is like, really find presence. And in a strange way, miracles can happen in that, I believe. Miracles happen. Is it a case of I create this environment within my life and mind of mindfulness and peace? And through understandings that are only, again, I've done the research myself, so it's always a case of this person says this person says that, this person says the other. I'll expand on what I mean by this, but if you imagine it like we're talking about the power of the mind, it's never been proven. Yeah? For all the information out there of the power of the mind and the power of the spirit and the power of spirituality, there's 1,000,001 other contradictions that can be proven that say no, it doesn't exist. So we don't know for certain. And unless you've had the experience in your own life that tells you, where you can say, no, I know, you know, of possibility. I'm gonna a video call. I've just the line and